Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Abrams. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On second down, just keeps firing. Caught, close to the marker, it's Daniels. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Hands it off. Turns it on at midfield. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 10. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Turner. Giving him his pads. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the tailback. Getting that push. A pickup of 4.
The carry is
26. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
1
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hudson. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he's brought down after a nice game. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged on the outside, it's Coleman. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot. Just have a nice little catch and catch section.
LSU quick to the line. He'll throw on third down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
looking to pass on second down. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
No gain on the play. Coming up, fourth down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 14, Florida 7.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They'll try it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. He just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability.
Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. This is a designed run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
21, Florida 7.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys are...
Grabs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is how you get it done. Third down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack of third down?
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 5 over Wake Forest. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled.
Take over. First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Zings it complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. At midfield, he's got room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Sends it downfield. Touchdown LSU! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
31. Florida, 14.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Florida, 21.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do?
And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Gator! How about that D coming up with a play like that? And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Flips it out in the flat. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU! On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. He's going to fire deep. Snags it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Gonna take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He's going to pass. He's right on target. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Unloads to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Trying to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll go to the ground. The ball's free.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Pushes toward the goal line. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
There is a sense of urgency happening right now on defense. Backed up, close to their end zone on that 3rd down. They stop the run. They stuff it. Now setting up 4th.
Try to barge their way in. He's stopped. 4th and goal, and he lost a yard back to the 2.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Try to get it on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. He's off to the races. The 40. The 20. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And right down the middle. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
59. Florida, 36.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Unloads to the right. He's got him and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Takes the handoff. It's Abrams. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Offense in a bunch formation. Trying the left side. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. He finally steps out of bounds. A gigantic run that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Caught in the backfield. It's Watkins. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. On the return, it's Daniels. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Dances away from the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Daniels. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Gators sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's looking for an open man on second down. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Savvy veteran, productive run from this junior.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. At the 35, he's open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Turner. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to look.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to aim.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Abrams. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. One more play to pad the stats. And in a two-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual